What's up guys, my name is Daniel from World Chefs, and today I'm going to be showing y'all my favorite way to make chicken thigh fajitas. This recipe is super easy to follow. We're going to be seasoning our chicken thighs with some good old red fajita seasoning from HEB. This stuff is fantastic. I strongly recommend you give them a shot. Fajitas, you gotta have the veggies. I just do a couple bell peppers here with a little bit of onion. We're gonna saute these on the stove. We're gonna be cooking our chicken thighs on the Traeger at 375 degrees for about 10 minutes each side. We're gonna use our meat probe here to make sure that our thighs are cooked to 165 degrees, just how we like them. We're gonna get them sliced up and throw them in a good old HEB tortilla. Can't wait to show you guys. Now I am buying the completely boneless chicken thighs, boneless, skinless, already pre-prepped. All I'm doing is removing some of the fattier pieces that you get here. And I'll be sharing with you guys too some of my complaints about the Traeger actually. Some of the things that make it difficult to cook when trying to put a sear on whatever sort of protein it is that you're cooking. But all I'm gonna do is pre-trim these chicken thighs, lay them on some tin foil before I throw some seasoning. Once I've got my chicken thighs prepped and ready to go, I'm gonna cut up my vegetables, make it a pretty easy process while the thighs are cooking. I'm gonna set myself a timer for about 10 to 12 minutes and then go from there. Now that I've got my thighs trimmed up, again, doesn't have to be perfect. All I'm doing is removing some of the fat, some of the loose pieces there, and it's time for the seasoning. There's nothing fancy here. All we're gonna do is take our seasoning and we're gonna go with a nice heavy coat across all thighs. And we are gonna season both sides. Now we're gonna go ahead and season the other side. Nice heavy seasoning too. This red fajita seasoning is not too salty. Adds a lot of great flavor. Awesome. I've got my chicken thighs seasoned here. They're ready to hit the Traeger. I've had my Traeger warming up. In the meantime, I'm gonna prep and start the bell peppers and onions. All right, y'all. I've got my chicken thighs on the Traeger. As you guys can see here, all I've done is really just laid my chicken thighs out here evenly. Obviously with the door open, we're a little bit lower, but we're set to 375 degrees. Now, I will say guys, as much as I've used my Traeger and I've shown you before, I will say there's one thing about the Traeger lineup that I wish was something that was changed, at least when I bought mine. There's no sear plate. And you're gonna see as I show you guys later on here in a second, the only way for me to get a sear on my chicken thighs is to line them up on the edge of where the diffusion plate is, which is something that I'm probably gonna do when I flip them. I'll show you guys later on as to why, but that would probably be my biggest gripe about the Traeger, is that even though it gets up to 500, 550 degrees, I still have an issue with the grates getting hot enough to put a really good sear. But I wanted to show you guys a quick, easy way on how to cut these bell peppers. All you're gonna do is take your pepper and you're gonna slice the top and bottom off. All I'm gonna do is cut into the one side here. And I'm gonna start to open it up. Cut the inside out just like so. And all I'm really gonna do, maybe trim some of these other pieces here. I've got it rolled out and all I'm gonna do is slice it up. I feel like that's a super easy way to slice up the bell pepper. Nice even strands there. All I'm gonna do is throw it in the wok and do the same here for all three. Awesome, now that I've got my veggies nice and chopped up into good fajita style strips, I'm just gonna throw a little Uncle Chris's on these guys, give them a little sear on the stove while my chicken's finishing up here, kind of balance between the two of them and get this thing thrown together. My first 12-minute timer went off. Let's check on these chickens, see how they're looking so far. Chicken looking good, let's flip these guys over. And actually what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna start to give these chicken a little bit of a sear. So I'm gonna move them out to the edge. Now that I've got them flipped and I'm happy with how they look, I'm just gonna move some of these guys over to the edge. Time to let these go for, I'm gonna set my timer for about 8 minutes. I wanna see how the sear is looking on the edge pieces here. But more importantly, I wanna start going by temperature, not always by time. See how things are coming along and go from there. All right, y'all, we're about 20 minutes in on the dot. Check this. We're at 165. Checked all my chicken here. Most of my pieces are really closer to 170, which is okay. These guys are still gonna be juicy. Hardest part about showing you all this is balancing my time. But I'm still super happy with, look at that juice. Look at the juice coming off that. Still super happy with how this chicken turned out. We're gonna let this rest while we finish up the veggies. Slice into these guys. As you guys can see, the Traeger did a fantastic job making these fajitas. We've got our veggies, we've got our cheese, we've got a little bit of guac that we're gonna throw on top. I've warmed up these awesome tortillas. Man, I don't know about y'all, but I'm super excited about this. That tasted amazing. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, this is what We're All Chefs is about, home cooked videos, super easy to be sure to leave the whole family going to bed with a nice warm belly. If you get a chance, please click the subscribe button down below, as it does help and goes a long way. More importantly, like I always say, drop a comment on your favorite fajita seasoning. That way I can give that a shot next too. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, we're all chefs.